Okay.
Well, as you're aware, Pan Am 747 from London Heathrow en route to New York with 273 people on board crashed in the Lockerbie area just after 7 p.m. tonight. The wreckage is spread over a very wide area, probably about 10 miles in radius, and parts of the wreckage have fallen on 2 residential areas in the town itself, causing considerable damage and setting fire to a number of houses. It's obviously still too early to put a precise figure on the number of dead and injured, but indications so far suggest that there were no survivors from the aircraft. The number of ground casualties is still being assessed. A casualty bureau has been set up at Strathclyde Police Headquarters, and the telephone number of that bureau is 041 204 0011. I am continuing to coordinate the rescue services, and I'll give you further information as it becomes available. But at this stage, I would like to thank all the services, the emergency services, who have helped the police, the RAF Rescue, Search and Rescue, the Hill Rescue Services, military assistance from Getting, and also assistance from the local emergency planning department. I am also having aid from Lothian and Borders Police and from Strathclyde Police. That's the end of the statement.
Can you say anything at all about what happened at the aircraft?
At this stage, I'm not in a position to say how it happened. All I can say to you is that it would appear that wreckage has fallen at 6 different locations, both within Lockerbie and some miles outside the town. There are bodies at each of these locations.
Could you say anything about local casualties? Is that clear yet?
No, at this stage we can't say how many local casualties there are. As you'll probably know, there's an area of the town at Sherwood where there was severe damage to houses, and I am fearful at this stage about the casualties at that location.
Was there any other aircraft involved?
At this stage, we are not aware of any other aircraft being involved.
Were there local casualties at all, in fact?
Yes, there were local casualties. Some casualties, a small number of casualties, were taken to Dumfries Infirmary, but we still have to indicate, at this stage, we have less than a dozen were taken to Dumfries and Galloway Infirmary, but we have obviously to find out the casualty rate of people who did not go to the infirmary.
Have any local people been killed?
I'm not aware of, at this stage, of the number of local people or if there have been any local people killed. But as I said before, the damage which has occurred within the town makes me apprehensive about this situation.
Were any passing motorists killed?
Hospital where casualties have been taken.
Pardon?
Were any passing motorists killed, in fact?
We're aware that on the A74 there were about 5 vehicles involved as a result of the plane crash, and it may well be that there are fatalities as far as this is concerned.
What about the report that the plane was on fire? Some people report having seen fire coming out of the plane before it hit.
I wouldn't want to venture at this stage to make any suggestion about how the crash occurred. We have to make the inquiries, and of course the Department of Transport, the Air Investigation Department, have to also make their inquiries.
Do you know who was on board the plane? Do you know who was on board the plane?
Do we know who was on board the plane? I can tell you that there were 273 people on board the plane.
Were they all Americans?
I can't tell you that at this stage.
There have been some reports of American servicemen.
Yeah, you say 273. I think Pan Am said 258 on board. You say 273.
The indications I have were that there were 258 passengers, 3 crew and 12 flight service staff, which makes a total of 273.
There have been some suggestions there were American servicemen on board. Do you know anything about this?
No, I can't tell you at this stage.
Is the Dumfries Infirmary the only hospital where casualties have been taken? Or?
At this stage, the Dumfries Infirmary is the only hospital, but obviously, if as the time goes on, if we need to use other hospitals, we will do so.
Will Mr Rifkin or Mr Shannon be visiting the scene?
I understand that Mr Rifkin will be visiting the scene.
What stage is it?
What stage is the operation at now?
The stage of the operation is at the moment is that we are continuing searching, ground searching and helicopter searching of the locations which I have indicated to you where we have knowledge that there is wreckage and there are bodies.
What degree of difficulty are
Sorry, one final question. Who's it going to be?
are you experiencing, please, in recovering the bodies?
The difficulties we're experiencing at this stage are the darkness, the fact that the bodies and the wreckage is spread out over such a wide location, and the fact that, of course, the resources are very widely stretched at this stage.
How did local services cope?
Sorry,
How did local services cope with it immediately?
The local services coped with it very well immediately. Obviously, it's such a major disaster that I have no hesitation in calling in as much help from outside as possible.
Have you given up hope of finding survivors?
One could never say that, but I'm very pessimistic as far as that's concerned.
Can you tell us, first of all, how many local people are missing?
No, I couldn't at this stage.
Do you feel there's going to be a great number of local dead in double figures?
I wouldn't want to venture at all to make any prediction.
So we're talking about from nothing to about 50 as far as you're concerned. You don't know.
We're still carrying out inquiries. You know yourself that the damage which took place within the town was very severe, and we have to allow the emergency services to carry out their duties.
right, thank you. Thank you.
Your name, sir?